I'm going to do it. The Wayne's World countdown. You ready? In 3, 2... What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Ord's Board. I'm here with my main man, Hardrick, who's also here with Pages Beyond Paper.
And when we're together, like...
Into the mic.
When we're together...
together.
When we do the Wonder Twin thing, we are...
The Forgotten Misfits.
Damn
That's
right.
right, guys. So, yeah, this is a super exciting live episode of the Forgotten Misfits podcast. We are missing one other person.
Just one person.
Yes, that's Andy. Unfortunately, had to work today.
But we replaced him with somebody even awesome.
Just as awesome.
Yeah.
If not, well, maybe better?
We don't know that yet.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we
Yeah,
thank you guys for being here. Finally made it to C2E2. I was running a little late. He was a little worried I wasn't going to make it, right, Hardrick?
I was here yesterday, so...
Yeah, he got here early. So what time did you get here?
I got here yesterday, too.
Right on.
It's
Okay.
just
It was just you. It was just you, Jordan.
Like, it was literally like you pull up, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, showtime, right? Is that how it went today for me?
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, until you went, I need a bottle of water.
Yeah, and I had
Yeah.
to dip out and spend $4 on a bottle of water. So, it is pretty insane. We can talk a little bit about con prices, too, because it's insane. But
yeah. I came prepared.
But you didn't bring it to the show, though. You got a case of water. You don't have it with you.
I was thinking about the rum Caleb brought. I thought about bringing that and just straight drinking out of the bottle right here. So
there you go. See, I got to be honest, though, Hardrick. If you were to walk in here with a case of water on your shoulder, I don't think anybody would bother you about it.
I don't think anybody bother you right now.
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
no,
No.
I think you'd be fine.
As a matter of if I didn't know you, I'd probably steer clear of you.
And even though I'll be trying to run behind you, trying to get a hug.
Yeah.
We could be running head on with a case. They're going to get hit in the face with the water before you hug them.
No shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
All right.
Hardrick is a lovable teddy bear. So anyway, guys,
Wow.
so we're doing an amazing interview today. Please introduce yourselves to our guest.
Okay, hi.
Into the mic.
Yeah,
into
like
the
I can
mic.
hear it, and I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
It is weird at first, but go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
So I'm Marni Joelen. I'm a horror writer. Am I still not? Okay. Better?
Sort of.
A little bit better.
Should I redo it?
Yeah, just come a little closer to the mic.
Okay.
All right, go.
I'm Marni Joelen. I'm a horror writer. I did Sideshow, which is a comic, and I also have Dead Men Tell Tales,
Which is good.
which is
I'm reading it right now.
prose. Thank you.
I'm reading. Yeah.
So that one's 22 short stories, but it's not a comic. It's just
Yeah.
words.
Right on. And so you write the words you write the storyline of this, or
Yeah.
you do the artwork?
Yeah, no, I don't do the artwork.
Okay.
That's actually his name is Alex Brugman. I have no idea if he's even in town. I've been trying to get a hold of him, and like sometimes communication breakdown just happens.
Yeah, it's funny how that works when in a world where we can pretty
Right.
much contact each other in a drop of a hat.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Yeah.
like even Hardrick has a hard time getting a hold of me sometimes, don't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but
but no,
it-
I couldn't draw to save my life.
Oh,
At
okay.
all.
Well, hey, you and I are in the same club. All right, so yeah,
Not
we're
me.
here to talk a little bit about this comic book here. Tell us a little bit about this book. I perused it a little bit before we did the
Yeah.
show. I love the artwork in there. Looks like there's a lot in here. Tell us a little bit about this book.
So it actually the story originates from a story in Dead Men that like I met Alex a couple years ago at C2E2 when we did the Creators Track panels. Not Creators Track.
Oh, the
but,
creator.
like the networking panels
Yeah, the
when Buddy
networking,
Square
yeah.
was here. So I met him there, and I was just like, shit, I didn't know I needed this in a comic, but now it's going to be a comic. And all of that came from like this originally started as a dream with all of Miss Frizzle's kids on the school bus.
Oh, right on.
And they end up like at
Nice.
a circus with Pennywise the Clown, and it just completely all of that's gone now, obviously.
So you said the Magic School Bus meets.
They went to a
The clown.
circus, and Pennywise starts like killing the kids off. That was a dream that I had. So
Wow.
so I started like writing it as a story. All of that got cut out, and it ended up becoming about Tony the Mime, who's on the cover as well.
Okay.
And the circus is it's a hideaway. Like they sell cocaine. That's why the circus is profitable.
I mean,
I
as
do
most circuses
cocaine.
do. I mean,
Right, exactly. But so the mime wants more responsibility, and he's like, give me more responsibility. He's like, you're a mime and you can't even stop talking. So like,
He don't need no more cocaine.
exactly. But so the point of the story is that the mime is trying to prove to the MC that he can take on more responsibility.
Okay,
Oh.
interesting. Yeah, it's funny that when you begin to describe the book, you say something along the lines of, "I had its dream." That sounds like a nightmare to me. So you're saying it's a dream. I feel like you're in the right industry
Well,
with horror
I was
comics.
going to bring up what we talked about yesterday.
I used to do crime scene cleanup.
You did.
Yes. Best job I ever had.
I don't know if we can do this interview anymore. Wow. So that
I knew your mind's gonna get blown away. I knew it.
I love that you brought her on here. Thank you, by the way.
And then wedged you in between, so you had no way out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I got
Now you're
Hardrick. Right. I got Hardrick over here, and then I got over here talking about dreams are actually nightmare. I'm scared. I'm scared. But no, that's cool. So you were a crime scene cleanup person.
Yep.
Wow. I've seen it on TV. Do you draw inspiration from that with your books?
So yeah, like the story Hardrick was talking about. There's the second story in my book is about a man who's dead, who's just waiting for somebody to come find him, pick up his corpse and actually like do something about it.
Yeah. Huh.
And that actually we went to an old folks home. I can't really do details, obviously.
Right.
But we went to an old folks home where somebody had been dead for a few days, and so I started thinking about like, if they could sit there and think and go, why the hell has nobody done anything about this yet?
Almost like an out-of-body experience, like kind of like where people explain where they leave their body, turn around and see themselves.
He's trapped in his body.
Oh.
He's watching the blood just like drip down the hardwood away from him, and he's just like kind of counting the days in the Chicago winter, waiting for somebody to just find his body.
Wow. Way to paint a picture. I'm very curious. I haven't read the book yet, and I'm definitely going to read it. And this is my copy,
yes,
right?
Yes, it's your copy.
That's my copy. So we're going to talk a little bit about this, too, later on other Ords Board shows and with Hardrick. And we'll do a review on the book, too. So maybe a live stream down the future we could talk about it. So I'll get your information after we leave here. But that's super cool. So you draw inspiration from, that perspective. With that perspective, like, what else like inspires you to write these horror type thriller comics?
Well, so have you seen the movie The ABCs of Death?
I have not. No.
It was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still there, but what they did.
I heard about it, but I haven't checked it out yet.
Okay.
It's 26 directors, and they each get a letter of the alphabet, and they have to do something scary or just something like horror.
That's really cool. I like that idea.
So that's originally where my stories came from. Was I wanted to challenge myself to like create a story from every letter of the alphabet.
Okay.
Obviously that didn't work. I have 22 stories instead of 26.
Right.
But so I do have one that started with the letter X. I don't even remember the word because it was so like far out there. But I found the word and went, oh, I could make something of this, and that turned into like a guy who has been stalking mythological creatures and stealing organs from them. So he's just become like this chimera of all these mythical creatures, and the hunter that's been trying to put him down, who only knows that he's a werewolf.
Wow. So the story has evolved over time as you writing it. You didn't have like a whole storyline set out, or did you?
I did. Like with short stories, I can kind of just like run with it. Anything past 10,000 words, I have to have an outline, or I'm just screwed.
That's kind of how I am with like shows. If I go so long, I have to have a specific layout, or I'll
Yeah, I do that with panels. Like I've got bullet points, and I'm like, if we get to all of them, that's fantastic. And if not, then like cool, we filled out a panel.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's cool. So. You've done panels and stuff then? Like you've talked about the book before?
Yeah, I'm a guest author at Spooky Empire.
Oh,
I've done it
nice.
2 years now, and I do a lot of panels there where we talk about the methods of writing, we talk about horror and comedy and all that other stuff. We have one that's just called Sick and Twisted, where we just tell the most fucked up shit we can.
That's awesome.
That's literally the whole point of the panel.
Awesome. Well, this is a perfect podcast to talk about that on.
So we are Sick and Twisted.
Yeah, so this is actually our like on my channel. We premiered this last weekend with a late night stream where we got together with us and another guy. Or just kind of like late night where we talk about whatever we say bad words and swear and drink. I
did clarify how much I was allowed to swear before we got on here.
A little bit is okay because we are live, but I mean I don't mind. I don't mind throwing this up on the YouTube and whatnot. But okay, so let me ask you this: how did you get involved with writing horror comics? Like, how did you get hooked up with the artist? I guess is probably a more specific question. How did you get hooked up with your artist?
Well, that was at the networking event a couple of years ago that Buddy Scalera helped us out with at C2E2.
Okay.
And it was literally just a room full of writers and artists going, we need somebody to collaborate with. And Buddy going, hey, you haven't talked to him yet, right?
Yeah, that's what he did. He was like, here, he'll grab your wrist. Come here.
Yeah,
Talk to him.
but Alex had
that's what you do to me.
Yeah. But Alex had nothing published yet. He had a pencil portfolio, and he had like, I think it was 8 pages or something, just pencils. And he walked in, he's like, I don't think I'm good enough to do anything yet. Does anybody have any pointers for me to get me, where I need to go so I can do comics? And he was the only artist in there that walked out with every writer's card. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, because I looked at his art and I'm just like, I need Sideshow to be a comic now, and I need it to be in your style. Please, for the love of God, make this happen.
Nice. No, that's cool. Yeah. And that shit right there just shows dedication. Like that's the person you want to work with. The guy
somebody who's coming in to ask, how do I improve? Not I'm the best thing ever, or
right. And then goes and gets every contact info he can to then better himself.
He didn't ask for it.
No,
we
really.
We gave it to him.
Oh wow.
Because again, he wasn't there to network. He just wanted advice, so he didn't have any business cards. So we're just like, hey, business card for you. Please contact us later because we want to work with you. Like, so he was just getting all of these cards with no intention of doing any of that kind of networking.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long from beginning to end? How long did it take you to get this book out?
It took a couple years, and a lot of that does fall on me. Because when you're doing comics, one of the big things is that like there's two big ways to do it. You can either split the profits in half, and especially with indie, sometimes that's really bad for the artist.
Yeah.
But they're basically putting forward all of the main work. Like yes, you wrote the story, but like they have so much more that I feel that they have to do.
Okay.
So for me, I wanted to make sure that Alex got paid before it got printed. Like I wanted him paid up in full. I wanted to make sure that he got his money, because the other way is that you pay per page.
Okay.
Which is the way that Alex and I did it, so that I made sure that even if I make no profit off of it, like he put in the work. My job as a writer is to sell the story. Okay. But his job as an artist is to sell my story.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So he deserves to get paid, even if I don't. So that's how I did it. So it took that long because I wanted to. I just need to make money.
Right.
It's not fair for me to publish something
you paid this out of pocket then?
Exactly.
Oh, so you paid for the artist to do this book?
Yes.
And that's kind of why it took so long.
Yeah, that's why you see so many Kickstarters out there for comic books, is because it is a lot of money. A lot of the money goes to the artist. Yes, there's printing cost and like there's so many other costs, but a majority of the costs do go to the artist. We're talking.
Oh yeah,
thousands of dollars per comic.
And that's time. I mean, that's just
exactly.
Time. And like I knew a patent drawer who would draw artwork for patents.
Yeah.
And the guy had to stop drawing like in his early 40s because his wrist. All that work that he put into it, like he was really destroying his wrist. So, to those out there who think that it's not hard work to get a comic made, it is.
It's so much harder than getting prose out. I'm telling you. Like,
it is.
With the prose, I hire an editor, I hire a cover artist, and I do the rest. Like I do my own formatting. Like in Dead Men Tell Tales, instead of little asterisks in between scene breaks, I made little blowflies.
Okay.
Like the ones that go around corpses. But I did all of that myself. I formatted, I printed it myself through Amazon. But so like there's far less costs in printing something for prose than there is for comic. There's just less costs involved. So if I didn't want to pay money to make this into a comic, I didn't have to.
All right. Yeah. See right there, it's a labor of love. I mean, has there been a return on it? I mean, is it
for
still?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think I've given away about as many copies as I've sold. I think I've sold like 20 copies since October, because I released it in print on Halloween because I was at Spooky Empire.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
But it didn't release online until January.
Okay.
Yeah, so that didn't work out so well for me.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of a lapse there.
Yeah, but it's all right. I sold a few copies at Spooky, and then I sold in January, I sold a few online. But in terms of what I paid already to have it printed, no, it has not come back to me, like not even close. But that's okay, though, because the whole point is I want this story out there. Like, that's for me, that's
Absolutely.
For a lot of indies, like it's more important to get the story out there than it is to make that initial money, because if you're only in it for the money, like you're in the wrong industry.
Absolutely. Same thing with the YouTube thing. If you're in it for the money, it's no good.
Right.
But it just goes to show you guys, for those of you out there listening who are tired of the Main Street comics, you're tired of the same stories over and over again, and where the popular comic book industry is these days, there are great books out there. There are great independent books out there, guys.
Sometimes they're better than the traditional.
No, and that's exactly what you're right.
I'm not saying mine are. I'm just saying there are some.
But you're right. There are out there. So for those of you who might be discouraged by the big guys, the big comic book industries. Check out the independents, man. There are a lot of great comic books out there still. The industry is thriving in the underground.
We really are.
And you have dedication with people fronting their own money up to make these things happen. This is your dream. And again, guys, another point to this: hard work and dedication.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. It's
I'm
a
really
tangible.
happy with the way it came out.
Yeah, it's tangible. It's a beautiful thing. Make sure you guys go out and support the independent comic industry. Very important. Get on Kickstarter. Look for those. Did you do any kind of Kickstarter at all, or no? Just straight out of pocket?
Yeah, because like I get dejected with Kickstarters because there's so many of them out there,
Ah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I don't have any other comics out, and that's the thing. Like, you're more likely to get money from a Kickstarter if you already have other stuff out. I
Right.
had my book of short stories, but I hadn't shown anything in comics, so I was less likely already to get funded.
Okay.
So I'm just like, I'll fund this myself, and if I have a bigger project down the road, I might do Kickstarter later. But
Yeah, no, yeah.
I
When
need
it's what's
something
nice,
out.
you'll have a portfolio to show it. People like,
Exactly.
this is the work that I've put in so far. This is the work that I will put in going forward. They see it. Oh wow, I want to back that comic because
Yeah.
there's examples there. There's hard work and dedication right there.
It's
and
an
I think,
interview to the public instead of like a business.
Exactly. Hard, you got any questions?
Not really. I mean,
No?
not like proceed to the book. I mean, like more for where we're at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, because I mean, like with indie comics, like my goal right now for C2E2 is to look up and down Artist Alley and buy books that I will normally not find in the comic shop,
Right.
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
what I'm gonna do right like all this weekend.
Yeah,
basically.
that's one thing you've always encouraged me to is like, dude, you got to check out this, this
yeah.
independent guy. You're always pushing me to that. And that's how I met Chuck with Chuck
Yeah,
With
'cause,
Comics.
I was like, you guys see Chuck, and he was like, I don't know, and then when you saw him, he's like, he's doing a podcast, drinking beer. I like this guy.
Yes, I do like Chuck. Shout out Chuck. Thank
Yeah,
you for
definitely.
putting this on, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So as a person who writes horror, thriller comics, I'm okay to say thriller because there's probably some thriller in there, right? Like edge of your seat type stuff.
I mean, like, I kind of have, like, a disassociation, so, like, I don't know what other people think in terms
I
of
gotcha.
thriller.
So
with
you just
my
write.
stuff.
You just write.
I write, and, like,
And
whatever
what-
emotion it elicits,
Okay.
like, that's cool with me. Like, my favorites are, and this doesn't elicit that, but my favorite emotion is when you read my story and you look me dead in the eye afterwards, go F yourself. that is the reaction I want. I want you to tell me that you hate me for the rest of my life because of something you read of mine.
She's good. She's good. She's good. I mean, no, really. If you don't have people telling you that, like,
Yeah,
you're not
you're-
successful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, especially as a horror writer, if somebody doesn't go too gory for me, 0 out of 10,
Yeah.
Because
What are we
you're
doing?
looking for a specific type of person. I think the horror genre is a specific type of person, and I'm sure the lines blur a little bit, where people who will say like normal people, I'll call them normal people, who they're like, I like horror, but it's not my first thing.
Right.
But then you have those die-hard horror people who love it.
those are the ones I want to tell me to go F myself. Because
Okay.
those are the ones that are like ingrained in the,
Oh,
in the
okay.
genre
That makes sense.
and going, this is too messed up, dude. Those are the ones I'm trying to get to.
And you know what? And I appreciate that pushing the envelope. I mean, because especially in art, I feel like that's what makes art is pushing the envelope, getting people outside their comfort zone.
But you got to
that's
push the
yeah.
envelope
Oh,
without
yeah.
without being offensive. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
push the envelope. You know, like my first story in the book is about a stalker.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I explain to you exactly how anybody right now
Can do that.
can find you.
yeah, that's true.
And when I read that story, it was like, that can actually happen. It might actually did happen.
Right.
And I like stuff like that because it can actually happen.
It's gonna happen to you.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah, especially when I walked in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I told you.
No, you didn't
Oh.
tell me anything.
Oh, like when people go over, I saw you on the
Oh,
on the bar.
I don't
with
believe it.
Chuck."
I wasn't there. It didn't happen.
Oh, it happened. It happened. It's like, I don't know you. It was like, okay, yeah. And I get that at work too.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh
you,
my
man.
God.
I mean, people see you around our town, and they're like, I don't know you, but I've seen you a lot.
Like I don't know.
Oh.
Do I owe you money?
Okay,
yeah.
so a few more questions.
Sure.
As a person who writes horror comics, have you drawn any inspiration from like any horror movies, anything like that?
From horror movies, I try not to.
Okay.
There's a series that I've been trying to work on, and it's gone through so many different formats now because I've been avoiding zombies for like 6 years now because
that's
it's probably a better idea. I've been told.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm cutting in, but to
No,
me,
you're
the
good.
whole zombie thing is like saturated. Everybody's
Yeah.
doing it, and so it's like,
Well, I just am avoiding them because I don't want my zombies to be the same. But
Yeah.
also, I've tried to write it as a novel. I've tried to do a choose your own adventure on my website, but like I'm really bad at social media, so like there weren't enough people voting. So now I'm trying to do it as a comic, but it's called All Zombies Go to Heaven, and they're sentient as long as there's not
Huh.
a human around. It goes back to the brainwaves of fight or flight in
Okay.
humans.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
A
so
little scientific element to it.
yeah, well, like I did a lot of research on a microorganism called a bedeloid or a deloid, and it's like 1 million years old, and it just steals DNA from other things in the ocean, and that's why it lives so long. Like Dead and Alive just steals the DNA.
Okay.
So
It's like the vampire of the ocean.
it really
world.
is, and like no two Deloids are the same, because like if they even walk off like a foot from each other, like and steal DNA from different places, they are now two totally different things.
Wow.
It's crazy, but so that's where it came from.
I know what I'm going to learn about tonight. Look at that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, my whole zombie thing is they're real. It's just it was a story I kind of wanted to do, like artwork wise.
Yeah.
And my thing is zombies are actually senior citizens. Think about it, like
It's like that South Park
They're
episode.
in the way. They're carrying you at the grocery store.
I think it was like 15 years ago, I was doing a independent short film movie for somebody, and we was at the mall. We had the mall in our town. Like, it's like, yeah, come like half an hour before we open the doors. It's like, yeah, we get the mall to ourselves, blah, blah. We show up. I'm like, what are these old people doing? Oh, these are the mall walkers that come in.
Oh, yeah.
Mall walkers.
And they literally
They
were in the way. They were slow. And I was like, these motherfuckers are like zombies.
They literally just
So I
walk
was
the
like,
entire
and I was like,
mall.
why can't we do a story about
over and over
zombies,
again.
but they're actually senior citizens? They're actually, because they act, they groan, and they try to pinch you.
Charles!
Exactly. So yeah, so to me, zombies are.
That's fair.
Yeah, no,
zombies
this
are
is good.
people. I'm gonna kick myself in the ass for this. I'm gonna say 65 or older because I'm going on almost 50. So I was gonna say 50.
You notice
I
he
was gonna
pushes
go-
it back a
like
little bit for
gay.
Yeah, I
himself.
think back and I'm going. I'm almost 50. It's like, I'm not gonna say 50. I'm gonna say a little bit.
Well,
older.
I'll tell you
So,
this: the
yeah.
second that you turn 50, my friend, I'm gonna smash your head in so you don't eat me. All right?
I mean, double tap might work better.
Oh, double.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
because my luck, I'd probably smoke too much or something.
But then again, you know,
Yeah.
I don't look 50.
And then I'll be like, what? Where am I? And then you'll just
I still
get me.
get the. You're 40 something. You look like you're 20. And it's like you just see the gray hair.
I
you know?
mean,
Oh, no, I know
he
people in their
looks
20s
very
going gray.
youthful,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't he? I mean, like when I first met this guy, I was like, "There's
All
no
the
way
water.
you're that old."
Yeah,
There's
I
no
drink
way.
tons of water. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I only
Actually,
recently started doing that,
Same
not
here.
by my own volition.
Same here.
Yeah, so-
All right, so let's end this here in a minute. One question: if you had a favorite horror movie, what would it be?
I am actually and a lot of people disagree with me, and I'm sorry
No,
about that.
this place is a place where you can share your opinion, and if anybody doesn't like it, screw
Oh
them.
no,
No,
it's
no.
a very half-assed apology. Like I'm not actually sorry. I'm just
Okay,
saying sorry,
cool.
not sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Just sorry, that's nice. I like that.
Like I'm really obsessed with the Saw series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it is gorer more than it is horror, but
Yeah.
it's very much like if somebody wanted to do it, you know, like they could get away with it for a while.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like the my favorite part is the fact that like it has gone on for so long, but every time you watch one of the new movies, you get more of the actual backstory.
Yeah.
They don't go, oh hey, by the way, this is everything that's happening, and now on to what's happening now. But like they just kind of like you have to know the entire series to get the entire story of John Kramer.
No, it's like the gore value with the lore behind it, which just keeps you coming back. For
But I
more.
also enjoy them just like cutting off their own faces.
Yeah, hey, absolutely. You heard it here first, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to let
Thank
us
you for
interview
inviting me.
today.
We still got to put in time.
Oh yeah, I know, but we're gonna wrap this up, man. I want to get.
Wait.
What's up?
What's your favorite horror movie?
My
That's
favorite
true.
horror movie, Trick or Treat.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I love Trick or Treat.
a good one.
It's different. And the same reason why I like the Saw series is because when that dropped, it was so different.
Yeah.
It was so interesting, and it was pretty scary. Like I know a lot of people get scared by the Blair Witch. That's boring to me. That's boring to me.
I don't. Okay, so there's only one movie that's ever scared me. Like I've been watching horror movies since I was 3 years old.
Okay.
And I hate. Yeah, but 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams. It's not even a
Oh,
horror
yes.
movie.
I love that
I was
movie.
a teenager, like a young teenager when that film came out. My mom's like, "Oh, it won awards. You have to watch this." We're watching it, and like Robin Williams pulls a gun and two naked. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think I should be watching this. And she's like, "It won an award." Like she would not let me not watch that film. It's the only one that's ever messed with me.
Well, God bless your mother.
I'm gonna
That's
go.
awesome.
I'm gonna go left field on the horror thing.
Yeah.
My favorite one is Grease, and why?
Grease? Did you just say like
He did
Yes.
say Grease.
Grease lightning?
Here's why. There's a theory behind that. The whole story is about the old girl. The girl, she's actually dead. and
Sandy?
and she's reenacting everything in her mind before she died.
like her
Before-
last moments of life.
Yes.
I've never heard that theory before.
Yeah.
Leave it to Hardrick, guys, to come up with some crazy.
I mean,
Oh.
to be fair, they do fly away in a convertible. at the
Exactly.
end
They're
of the
going to the
film.
light. They're going to the afterlife.
I thought they were just like stone 70s kids.
It could be that, but I mean, you could be stoned
Early
and still going to
60s.
afterlife. Yeah.
I
Think
mean,
about that.
maybe she got so stoned she died. I don't know. It's just, there's my theory, my terrible theory. You heard it here from Words.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nice. Well, thank you so much again for being here.
Yes,
This was really cool.
It was awesome.
Guys, go check out the book, please. Go check it out. Before we go, do me a favor. Where can our lovely audience find you? Social, wherever. Let these people know where they can find your artwork and you personally.
So everything's under Marni Joelen. It's spelled. You're gonna put it up.
Yeah, we'll put it up. Yep.
Make it easier instead of me spelling it out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so everything's under Marni Joelen. It's Facebook / Twitter /MarniJoelen.com. The book Dead Men is on Amazon, and this is on Indie Planet because they do comic books, but Amazon doesn't really. Well, they have one, but they were being mean about the PDF.
They usually.
So I went with Indie Planet there. But that link is on my website.
Sorry, this is
I slapped it and it just went down.
Live, baby. Live. But anyway, yeah. So keep going.
You can find the comic link on my website.
Okay.
It'll easier than trying to find it on Indie Planet or anything like that.
Awesome. Well, you guys make sure to check down below on this video. We'll put all the links there too as well. So go check her out. Check out the comic book. Hardrick, what do you have to add?
Where can we find you at, Jordan?
Oh, where can you? Oh, you guys can always find me on YouTube. I'll do the spiel because I like doing the spiel. I like the voice. You guys can find me over at Ordsboard on YouTube. That's right, youtube.com/Ordsboard. That's the same at Twitter at Ordsboard, and on Instagram. I also have a Facebook, but good luck trying to find it. Hardrick, please tell us where we can find you.
At the Hyatt at room 10.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
But no, seriously, you can find
me.
Wait,
what room is that? Because I want to harass you.
You're not even at the Hyatt.
You're not even at the Hyatt.
That's right. I'm not at the Hyatt. I'm at the Hilton right now, so yeah.
I like that you remember that.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's been a contention for the last 24 hours.
I know. But yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. You can find me on all social media. Just put Hardrick on it. Yeah, Hardrick. That's actually my actual name.
Yes.
Birth given name. Long story.
Rick.
It's a long story.
Dick.
It's a long story about that, and it's actually pretty cool.
About Hard Dick?
No, about Hard Rick. I can give you a good story about that one too.
I felt like I
had to clarify.
I wanted to give you shit for that name for so many years, and I haven't because I've been afraid of you. And I've now come to a moment in my life. I've come to a moment in my life where I can tell them and know that I'm not going to get my ass.
And I've been called that since 5th grade, so I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Yeah, man. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about. How about this? We'll talk about that story on Sunday.
Oh, sounds good.
But I'll just say this: I was named after a stove.
A stove.
A stove.
Oh, is that why you cook such good food?
Hell yeah. No, seriously. It was after a stove company.
All right, this is getting out of hand. We're going to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Go check out the comic book. Support independent comics, guys.
Yes, please.
Yeah, go check out Hardrick stuff, guys. We'll be here all weekend doing the C2E2 thing. Make sure you stay tuned. Yeah, guys, we'll catch you on the other side. Love all of you guys.
Grease lightning.
Peace.
Grease lightning.